It's lines, letters, colors, zipping right by. Many numbers, limits to the sky. Ready, coming.
What's going on, everybody? Back today with Meditations episode 5. Today I'm going to be showing you a beat that is on me and Substantial's newest EP called Present. This track is called The Subway, and get into how I made it. So first off, I'll play it for you. So first off, the melody. So it's a fairly simple sequence, but simple isn't always bad. So first off, we got the intro. Very simple, just 2 chops. So it's quarter notes. And then just drops right into the beat. So we got the kick. Take that out. So it has sort of a swing to it. And you kind of get that not necessarily by really any mechanical sequence that you have on Fruity Loops necessarily, but the MPC and a lot of hardware does have natural swing to it, so it's difficult to try and replicate that on software, but for this one I felt like that's what it needed, so that's what I tried to do, and I think it worked out pretty well actually. So it's more about, instead of, these, so in Fruity Loops, when you have these lights, it's a step sequencer. So what it does is, based on where you light it up, that is the only thing that plays at that point. So if it's a bar of music, those are quarter notes. 1, 2. Since I double timed it, so instead of it being 95 beats per minute, I changed it to 190. I think that the math's right. So 190 makes it a little bit easier to swing with because you're subdividing. So if you're doing 95 beats per minute, if we brought it back down to 95, it would sound like that. But if we bring it back up to 190, where it's at, so in that case, we'd only do 2 quarter notes because it's 2 bars instead of 1 bar. So when you get that and you bring it back, sounds. So technically that would be 2 bars, but since it's double timed, it goes a little bit quicker and you hear it a little faster. So the snares, again, are layered. And then I added a clap with a lot of reverb onto the second one. So it's sort of like an exclamation point at the end of it. The hi-hats, so I input everything manually instead of, some people use the lights, and I guess the problem with it, not really problem, but the setback to that is that a lot of times it sounds very mechanical, and you're kind of subject to using whatever the software swing is. So you have the swing right here where you can change that. It doesn't affect it when you put it in manually, but if you change it, it tends to change it a little bit when the lights are on. So if we do these hi-hats like this, and we swing it, you get a little bit more of a swing. But if you put it straight, but I still have these ones going, which are input manual. So, but if you do the eighth notes and you swing it, so when you put it in manually, you can give it the swing that you want instead of being subject to the software. And for this one, that's what I wanted to do with it. So ended up doing that, and then the bass is I played the bass at first and I didn't like it, so I had my guy Jerson, who plays bass, come in and do a really dope part to it. So in the middle, there's the breakdown that separates the verses between the choruses where substantial raps, and it's sort of just a little breakdown. The melody does. So instead of the original 2 in the intro, so it's 2 quarter notes and then a half note. So you hold it for quarter, quarter, and then a half. And then back into the verse. So, about halfway through, or at the very end, I believe, the vocalist comes in and we filtered out one of the parts and just left the bass and the drums to ride with substantial's part. So it comes back in on that every 4th note. Stripped down just to the bass and the drums. And then in the song, you can actually hear where that comes in.
Limits the sky, ready, coming. Take it somewhere. Get it back back to MP. Had a family to start now. Baltimore City, couple minutes from the park. Spending time in DC. Teaching youth and ripping mics. Killing, showing you street. And been in road, I save a life. To the same on Southern Ave. Teaching kids to rhyme and more. If I wasn't with the youth, highly likely I'm on tour. Then our brother Junior passed. Rock the family to the floor. Relocated to VA to hold the fam down for sure. Out in the burbs, not too far from Dunloren. Nice with the burbs, and I'm off from done touring. Now we in Huntington, and I'm maturing. Still in PG every day, cause I'm a supporter. Where it all started, head home someday. Journey's never easy, but I'll make it home some way. Some tracks are curved, and some straight. Not everybody will take the subway.
So that goes into the end, and the vocalist on that is named Precious Jobert. I think I'm saying that right. And when we put the EP together, we were going for something a little bit different than you hear with Bop Alloy. So this is a little bit of a harder beat than you normally hear on our stuff. But that's kind of where I came from and kind of the beats that I was doing. I don't just do the jazz flips, samples, and stuff like that. It's some of my favorite stuff, but I did beat battles for a long time, Red Bull Big Tune for a while. So that's really the making of the Subway, featuring Substantial, or not featuring Substantial, featuring Precious Jobert. And that's how we got to that point. So thanks again for watching episode 5, and we'll be back with another one very soon. Peace.
The Jada Couch Truth, go to see the old crib, or the to the Flatbush, another place that I live. Shot the JFK, first Tokyo trip. Bullet train like magic, blew my whole brain to bits. Everything changing.